Hello there, Fro here again with a weekly football picks video. Doing picks for week 2. Now, as far as recaps go, this year, I'm not going to do full-on recaps. I'm just going to tell you how my record was in the previous week. Because I feel like recaps, like everybody here that, is watching this video, watches sports, you know what happened in the games, and you watch fucking, if you're stupid enough to watch ESPN. Although the Manning broadcast, I might be a little biased, is pretty great. The rest of ESPN is terrible, but you watch highlight shows and stuff like that. You don't need me to recap everything. But I will tell you that we started off the year by going 6-10. Week 1 is always a crapshoot, and I emphasize the crap part of that statement. But yeah, I went 6-10 last week. But let's not dwell on that. Like I said, I'm not a gambler. Do not use me to fill your gambling needs here. And let's just go on to it. Let's start this week with Thursday Night Football. We got the Giants at the Washington football team. They're the fucking Redskins, alright? They're the goddamn Redskins. Giants are getting 3.5 points. Man, that's actually a pretty... Man, poor Fitzy, though. Fitzy probably has the most complete team around him in his career, and he freaking gets hurt for... He'll probably not missing the rest of the season at this point. I think Heineke's got to keep that job. Heineke can make some plays with his legs. He played admirably well last year in the playoffs against Brady. But man, if you give me 3.5 points, I'm going to take the Giants here. I think the 3.5 spread is about right. Thursday night games are usually ugly games, and a division game too on top of it. I know Barkley is questionable, and he doesn't look great anyway. And Danny Dimes is always a religious experience watching him. Look for the Giants to win this game. And if not, they'll cover the 3.5. So, with the points, give me the Giants. Say the Colts for the end. Actually, you know what? Fuck it. I'm already irritated with the Colts. But our first, 6 to 8 weeks schedule is brutal. I could see us winning, only 1 or 2 games out of it. And I'm starting to really sour on Reich and freaking Ballard. I think, Ballard definitely has an eye for talent, but his freaking roster building is so ass backwards. Our best, most highest paid players are all in positions that are, not that important really. I mean, I know Big Q is going to, reset the market next year for guards, and he's a generational guard, but it's still just a guard, and Leonard's just an off-ball linebacker, and, oh, God, dude, our receiving core is just, every year is just so unimpressive. I will say Michael Strong, our rookie, wide receiver, made some plays. And it is so funny, though, because, Eagles fans had nothing better to do. They can't enjoy their fucking week 1 win. They got to freaking talk shit on Wentz. Wentz was literally probably the only good bright spot of the fucking entire Colts game last week. He played as well as he possibly could. Motherfucker was getting hit every goddamn play. Our offensive line had the worst game since the Andrew Luck era, when our O-line was absolute trash. Braden Smith was getting steamrolled. Our left tackle was absolutely invisible. Freaking Davenport, which another thing I'm pissed off at Ballard about. It's such an important position. You let it go, and yeah, I know they signed Eric Fisher, but he's come off an Achilles tear. You need someone else better to fill in than fucking Davenport and Tevai or Levi fucking whoever fucking name is Levi Jeans that they fucking signed that's on IR. Oh God, dude. And this week against the Rams. Against the fucking Aaron Donald and that entire defense is stacked. I can't pick the Colts in good conscience. If they were getting 13.5 points, I'd probably pick them. But give me the Rams, and they'll cover. Fucking ugh. Any hoot. Saints at Panthers. Famous Jameis, man. 5 touchdowns last week. I know he only had 140 yards, but he had almost 40 yards rushing, and really, he didn't have to, air it out that much because he kept getting great field position because the Saints defense just shut out Rodgers. And Panthers got Donald got his revenge game winning against the Jets, but excuse me, Saints are a better team. Look for the Saints to win, and they'll cover the 3.5 points. Niners and Eagles, and Eagles fans, so excited, man, because you beat the freaking Falcons. The Falcons. I think I picked the Falcons last week just because I thought, it's week 1, whatever. Matt Ryan should be able to play well against that defense, but the Falcons looked like an absolute shitbag of a team, and that franchise is just a shitbag, really. So, they honestly, they should try They should really try to trade Matt Ryan while he still has some years left, because it'd be better for him and better for their team. They just fucking go on full on rebuild. Anywho, we're not talking about that right now. Niners and Eagles. You know what? I know Niners have injury problems like they do every year. I mean they're really cursed when it comes to that. But I think they're the better team, and I think they'll cover 3.5. So give me the Niners, and I believe they'll cover the spread. Bengals at the Bears. The Andy Dalton revenge game. I mean, I don't know why he really had much of revenge. It's not like he was booed out of the stadium or anything. How high of expectations can Bengals fans really have anyway? But you know what? Give me the red rifle and the Bears to win this game, and they'll cover the 2 points. It's only a 2-point spread, although I can see it's being a very close game. I think that's a good reasonable spread. But look for the Bears will go. Give me the Bears and they'll cover. Bills the Dolphins. The Dolphins got lucky. They should have lost to the Patriots, of course. What a surprise! Brady wasn't there to fucking get his magical juice to fucking the running back to not fumble. Mac Jones doesn't have the same kind of luck that Brady was fortunate enough to have. But anywho, David Harris fumbled when they were already in field goal range. So at the very worst, they would have been up 19-17. And then they never got the ball back, so whatever. Dolphins, like I said, they have a good defense. I'm still not sold on Tua. Seems like a good kid, but I'm just not really impressed with him as a quarterback. And I think the Bills bounce back big this week. I think the Bills could have a good chance to win this by multiple scores. So give me the Bills, and I think they'll easily cover. Texans at the Browns. Well, if anything, the Texans proved just how bad Jacksonville is. Tyrod played great, but I don't see this happening every week. That was one of Texans' very few winnable games, and I'm pretty sure I actually picked the Texans. I said the same thing last week, that was one of their few chances to get a win. So even with 12.5 points, what a spread! The Browns are a much better team. And just maybe Houston covers the spread late. That's such a huge spread. Nah, the Texans are going to show their true colors this week. Look for the Browns to steamroll them, and they'll cover. Raiders and the Steelers. That Monday night game was interesting for a while. It looked kind of ugly for the first couple quarters and stuff, and then it picked up. And what a crazy ending! It would really be weird if you were a Raiders fan and you were like, you say you're a huge Raiders fan, and you fall asleep before the game ends, and you don't find out they win until the next day. I mean, that just really doesn't sound like something a fan would do. If only I knew someone personally that did that. Anyway, I think the Raiders against the Steelers, man. The Raiders always find a way to beat the Steelers, I feel like. And they're going to 5.5 points. The Steelers defense looks great, but Big Ben looks rough. I mean, they're at home. You know what? With 5.5 points, give me the Raiders. They somehow find a way to beat the Steelers every goddamn time, it seems like. Patriots and the Jets. The Jets are getting 6. Man. I think the Patriots are definitely a better team, but I don't think they have a high-powered offense that they'll cover 6. So I guess give me the Jets, because that +6 is too tempting. I think it'd be a close game. I think the Patriots do win, but the Patriots don't have that kind of offense, I don't think, yet, until Mac Jones, gels more with the team. That will be the kind of team that blows out someone with a whole lot of points. But I think the Patriots should win, but give me the Jets with +6. Denver, Jacksonville. Man, how is Jacksonville only getting 6? I mean, I know Broncos aren't like the greatest team in the league or anything, but Denver has a legit defense. I know they lost Judy, but Bridgewater played fine. They got capable running back room. They still got plenty of good young weapons. Hamler, Patrick, Fant, and Sutton. Getting healthier and healthier. I think Jacksonville should got at least 10 points here, because they got blown out by the Texans. Oh man, if I'm a Jaguars fan, I'm hoping that Urban Meyer doesn't ruin Lawrence. That's all I can say. Lawrence showed some flashes last week, but it's gonna be some growing pains in that team. So give me the Broncos. I think they'll easily cover 6 points. Falcons at the Bucks. The Bucks are a much better team, and they could give the Falcons +20, and I'd still pick the Buccaneers. This is gonna be an easy game for Ugg boy to fucking win. Falcons are a dumpster fire. Could be the worst team in the league by year's end. I thought that'd be the Lions, but the Lions actually show some promise, which we'll talk about when we get to them. But yeah, give me the Bucs and they'll easily cover, even at -12. Vikings at Cardinals. This is an interesting game. The Cardinals look legit, and at home, and only -4. Yeah, that's an easy one. Give me the Cardinals, and they'll cover. Kyler looking like if he can stay healthy, he has a chance to be an MVP candidate. And they got weapons on that team. They're a fun team to watch. Just from a pure football fan perspective. Cowboys and the Chargers. This should be a good one. Cowboys getting 3.5. I think their offense is good enough to take. Chargers defense has some players, but I feel like Cowboys win this game. I think it should be a fun game though. Watching Dak and Herbert duke it out, but give me the Cowboys, especially if they're getting 3.5. Give me the Cowgirls. Titans and Seahawks. Wow, the Titans defense looked fucking bad, and the offense didn't look much better. Chandler Jones had a fucking career day. I think the Titans bounce back, but at Seattle, even -5, give me the Seahawks. I think it should be a good game, but I see the Seahawks win this by at least 6-7 points. I think they're good enough to cover the 5. Who knows? But Titans defense ain't gonna be able to stop Russell Wilson. They couldn't stop Murray, who is basically just a younger version of Russell Wilson, not as polished as Russell Wilson yet. So I think Wilson can do even better than Murray did against that defense. Until Titans prove they can play even a shredded defense, it doesn't matter because you're taking Henry out of the game if you have to freaking start airing the ball out. But you know what? Start using Henry more in the passing game. Just dump it off to him. I know he's not a great elite pass catcher or anything, but just dump it off into a flat and let him go run someone over. Works in Madden, right? Sunday night. Yes, it's Sunday night. All right. Sunday night, we got the Chiefs at the Ravens. This should be a fun one. Except for the fact that Lamar is not very trustworthy. And I don't think he's ever going to beat Mahomes, really. So, only 3.5? Yeah, easily give me the Chiefs. Should be an exciting game, though. I think there's going to be a lot of points in this game. And the over-under is at 54. I think you can smash the over on that one. And I'm not going to do the whole over-under thing, too. I don't want to be fuel to a degenerate gambler's fire, you know what I'm saying? Not naming anyone personally, but, don't worry, I won't say any names this week. At that point. Anyway, Monday Night Football, Lions the Packers. Well, the only thing I'm looking forward to in this game is I hope that the Mayans are doing the cast for this game again too, because that was great. I fucking loved it. I don't know why ESPN didn't advertise it better, but you can look at the Twitter stuff. Overwhelmingly, people loved it. I loved it. It's like you're sitting on the couch with the fucking Manning brothers, listen to them talk about football, and their knowledge is insane. And they had good guests on there, like Barkley was on there, Ray Lewis, Russell Wilson, and it was very insightful. And that's the way I want to watch Monday Night Football, especially compared when the only other option is the bum cast that got on the regular ESPN channel for announcers. Yeah, I'll take that any day of the week. So hopefully they're doing that, so I have something to look forward to. Because besides that fact, I think Packers bounce back huge this week, and I think they cover the points here. Lions made a hell of a try last week. I don't know what the freaking Niners did that they just stepped off the gas so much that the Lions came roaring back. See what I did there? Lions roaring, not bad. Didn't even try to do that. That's when you're gifted with puns, it just comes to you naturally. Any hoot, give me the Packers. I think they cover. Maybe the Lions, score some points late, but I think the Packers are a better team when they bounce back. Unless, this weird theory that some people have, what I'm talking about, that Rodgers is trolling the fucking Packers and going to intentionally throw a year. I mean, that would be an all-time fucking fucked up thing to do. I just can't see that happening. Come on. Anywho, give me the Packers. They'll cover. And that should be it for the week. Usually the Colts game will be coming up next, but like I said, it's gonna be a rough year. For this week. I'm just hoping Wentz gets out alive, because against that fucking defensive front, if our O-line plays as bad as this past week, I'll just be happy if Wentz doesn't die on the field. Anywho, that's it. How many times can I say anywho this video? That's could be my new catchphrase or something. But as always, Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. You know, I know these videos don't get shitloads of views or anything, but I do it mostly for the fact that I love football, love to talk about it. Even when the Colts suck, I still fucking love football. And my close friends and stuff, for some reason like watching these videos. So if it distracts people for 10-15 minutes and gives them something to fucking listen to, that's good enough for me. But I love you all. Take care of yourselves. Fuck Tom Brady. And is there anybody else to fuck? Nah, we'll save some fucking for next week. Don't want to get too dry. Okay, I'm done talking. God bless.